Thank you so much for this amazing opportunity. I'm really excited to be here. I would always tell people that anywhere they're having conversations that empower women, wake me up at any time of the day, and I'll definitely be there because I believe that once a woman sets her heart on something, she can achieve it, and there's no limit to what a woman can do. What is action? Action is just doing something. In my opinion, action is doing something. Do something, anything. So far as it's positive, do it. Towards achieving your goal, no matter how small, action is doing something, doing anything that enhances or advances you towards your goal. Perfection. I would say that perfection is a term that does not exist. Nothing is ever perfect. If perfection existed, I can tell you there will be no upgrades. We used to have iPhone 6. Today we are having iPhone 15. iPhone 16 will come out. Why? Because there's no perfection. So there's always going to be an improvement. The only person who is perfect is God. Perfection is a state where there is no fault. And as far as we are humans, there would always be room for improvement in everything that we do. So if there is perfection, there will be no upgrade. And then growth. Growth is an increase. Sometimes it's gradual, and sometimes it can come as a lump, effect. But growth is an increase. Every step you take, every little win is growth. And then challenges. Challenges are barriers to achieving your goal. In life, there are challenges, and you would always, always have challenges. So what do you do? We're saying action over perfection. So what do? You strive for excellence. Perfection is a state we can never attain. I'm not saying impossible. I'm not saying that you cannot achieve things, but I'm saying that there is nothing that is perfect. Bring that idea of yours that you think is perfect. Someone will modify it and make it better. There's a saying that I love, and I say a lot to my team here, and I say anything worth doing at all is worth doing well. So if you're going to do something, don't do it mediocre. And it says here that imperfect progress realized is better than perfection imagined. Make those mistakes. Our world isn't perfect, and our life will not be. The world is not perfect. There are issues in the world every day. So do it however it is. Just do it like that. The solution, do it. You'll figure it out on the way. How will you figure it out? As you do, you make mistakes. You realize growing in the face of challenges. We're talking about growth. What do you do? Be clear about your goals. To be very honest, sometimes you may not really have it figured out. Your only goal can be, I don't want to remain poor. And that was my driving motivation. That was what I wanted. I don't want to have the life I had growing up. I wanted to do something different. And so whenever I find myself in a place, I want to give my best so that, first of all, they don't chase me away. And so that I can, get the benefits that are available for me in that space. So the only way you can recognize that there's a challenge is when you're doing something. Do you understand? See challenge as a form of progress because it only tells you what you should or should not do to achieve your goals. When you make a mistake, when there's a challenge in front of you, it's just, it's a form of progress because once you surmount that challenge, it's one step forward. So think outside the box. Question the status quo. Don't be an OS member. I've never been an OS. And one of the things that endeared me to my bosses was that I wouldn't say, yes, I agree when I don't agree. So if we're in a meeting, and there's a lot of psycho fans everywhere, praise singers, don't be that. As a woman, we are taught as women to say a lady is seen, not heard. Don't talk, keep quiet, don't say anything. You will not be wife material. You bullshit. That's a lie. Question things. If something doesn't sit right with you as a lady, ask questions. Do you understand me? I've been in a space where I asked questions and somebody tried to shut me down. I said, well, I'm sorry. I can't be shut down. You either answer my question or I'll walk. And I was ready to walk for real. So ask questions, question things. Don't just swallow what anybody is telling you like that, the way we are taught, the way the African culture tells women to do. As a woman, question the status quo. Be innovative about your solution. Be flexible. Don't say that this is the only way. No. When you failed or you have a challenge, think of other ways to do it. It must not be the way our mind is wired and our egos are wired, really. We want it to be, one way. There is never one way to get your solution. So if it's not working out this way, don't give up. Think of another way. Check it like this. Do it this way. Celebrate each win, every small thing. I keep records of every single thing that I've achieved. If it's a promotion, anything, any day you call me, I remember it. Because that's how you know that you're growing. Because eventually, the mind has a way it works. You start to feel stuck. You start to feel stuck. It feels like you're not doing anything. So, but when you celebrate, document, have a book. I have a book. I write so many things. A personal book, I don't go out with it. It's always in my room. When you are able to, oh, I started my Java program, write it down, celebrate it. It's something. I eventually finished my Java program. It's a win. Write it. I wrote chapter 1 of my book. It's a win. Write it. What it's going to do is going to motivate you to continue to do more. And then, when you go back to that book of yours, you will be shocked at what you have been able to do. And that's how you know that you're growing. But when you don't keep records, you don't celebrate, things tend to get lost. Do you understand? And eventually you start to feel stuck. You feel like, it's like I'm not doing well. Especially when you start to see people, and some people come with their big testimonies and their big stories. You feel like, this life, God, am I a spoon? No, you're not a spoon. You're winning. You're just not seeing that you're winning because you're not taking cognizance of your wins. And then if you fail, do it again. Don't get tired. A motivated woman is a woman that cannot be stopped. Don't get tired of doing it. If you fail, do it again. If you fail, do it again until you eventually get it. And finally, I would say leverage a pool of resources. You know, they say women are the enemies of women. I see and I hear a lot of things. They say, listen, in your journey, you need people. So you hear me when I kept talking, I would say my boss did this. You will need, my roommate said this, my boss said that. You will need people. Don't be a woman who pulls other women down and becomes an enemy of other women. No, leverage resources, especially human resource. Have people in your corner, they will help you. Sometimes it's what somebody says. The challenge that you're having, the solution is in the statement that somebody will make when you're having a conversation. You go like, oh, okay. And then it solves your problem. And then you should have people that can hold you accountable, that can keep you motivated, that can encourage you. Also, leverage materials. Have books, read, have information. My growth story, I've already told you, but I'll be ending it with this quote by Sheryl Sandberg, and I love it so much. It says, done is better than perfect. Why? Because perfect is a state we will never attain. However, you can always get things done. Nothing is perfect. No matter how you've done it and they said, oh, this is perfect, this is fantastic, somebody else will always come and make an upgrade and make an adjustment to it. But getting things done is better than waiting for things to be perfect, because you may likely never attain that. Thank you very much.